This is Xenofeed, news of the outworld.
There is a fascinating new theory of consciousness and reality called biocentrism, which posits that consciousness creates reality. The theory was recently described by renowned stem cell researcher, prolific author, and lecturer Dr. Robert Lanza. When we talk about the universe, we often think about galaxies, stars, and planets, those grand structures that make up the cosmos. But what if our understanding of the universe is completely backward? Biocentrism challenges this, placing life and consciousness at the center of reality. This isn't about us being a small part of a vast, indifferent universe, but rather about the universe being a manifestation of our own consciousness. It's as though the universe is a giant cosmic canvas, and our consciousness is the paintbrush. We don't just observe reality, we participate in its creation. Consider the famous double-slit experiment, which illustrates the wave-particle duality of subatomic particles. Exploration of this duality reveals a phenomenon known as quantum wave function collapse, wherein the wave function of a subatomic particle collapses into a particle when consciously observed. Biocentrism suggests the act of observing, of being conscious, is fundamental to the existence of the universe as we experience it. For example, color doesn't exist in the real world. Our brains interpret wavelengths of light, and we perceive them as colors. Similarly, biocentrism proposes that space and time are constructs of our consciousness. We are not just passive observers in a pre-existing reality, but active participants in shaping the reality we experience. The universe is an interactive simulation, and our consciousness is the player. There is a fundamental interconnectedness between our external and internal realities. Biocentrism suggests they are intimately intertwined. Our senses, perceptions, thoughts, and feelings contribute to the construction of our reality. Your experience of the world is filtered through your senses and interpreted by your brain. For example, the placebo effect highlights the powerful connection between our mind and body. Our consciousness interacts with the quantum field, collapsing possibilities into the reality we experience. We are not just passive observers, but active participants, co-creating reality with our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. Remember, you are an active participant in shaping the reality you experience. Let's take a look at the big picture. Try to visualize the universe as a whole. One compelling piece of evidence supporting biocentrism is the fine-tuning of the universe for life. The physical laws and constants are incredibly precise, allowing life to exist. Biocentrism offers an elegant and insightful explanation. The universe is fine-tuned for life because life, that is consciousness, is fundamental to its existence. The universe isn't indifferent to our existence but arises from it. The fine-tuning we observe is a reflection of this fundamental interconnectedness. The universe is a giant feedback loop where consciousness is both the observer and the observed. Space and time are not fundamental aspects of reality but creations of our shared consciousness. We experience space and time as fundamental aspects of our existence, but our experience of space is limited by our senses. Time is a slippery concept, experienced as a linear progression. What if the past, present, and future are all happening simultaneously, and our consciousness creates the illusion of time flowing? Biocentrism suggests that the universe exists as a timeless, spaceless realm of pure potentiality. Our consciousness acts like a projector, creating the illusion of space and time. Experiments in quantum physics and the theory of relativity support this hypothesis. Space and time are relative to the observer, products of consciousness itself. Our consciousness shapes the reality we experience. According to the theory of biocentrism, life doesn't emerge from the universe emerges from life. Everything we know about the universe comes from our observations, filtered through our consciousness. We see a universe that makes sense to us because that's the kind of universe our consciousness is capable of perceiving. Biocentrism suggests that the universe we observe is a biocentric reality, shaped by and for life and consciousness. The universe is a giant mirror reflecting back our own consciousness. The more we understand ourselves, the more we understand the universe. We are creators of our own reality. This idea has profound implications for our understanding of our place in the cosmos. Let's take a closer look at the elusive concept of time. We experience time as a linear progression from past, present to future, but biocentrism suggests that time, as we perceive it, is an illusion, a construct of our own consciousness. The past only exists in our memories, and the future only exists in our imaginations. The only moment that truly exists is the present. Our experience of time is subjective, influenced by our perception, thoughts, and emotions. Some physicists believe that time might not be a fundamental aspect of reality, but an emergent property of consciousness. Our consciousness strings together moments of experience, creating the illusion of flowing time. Time is ultimately a product of consciousness itself. Could space also be a product of consciousness? We experience space as a vast, three-dimensional expanse, but biocentrism suggests that space might be an illusion, a form of perception imposed by our consciousness. Our experience of space is limited by our senses. There are entire realms of reality beyond our sensory perception. Higher dimensions influence the behavior of particles at the quantum level. Our experience of space is not objective, but a matter of perspective. Space itself might be a construct of consciousness. Without a mind to perceive distances, would space even exist in any meaningful way? What of death? Biocentrism offers an enlightening perspective on death. Consciousness might not be extinguished when our physical bodies die. As we know, energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only transformed. Biocentrism suggests that consciousness persists, transforming into a different state. Near-death experiences, for example, challenge our materialistic assumptions about consciousness. According to the theory of biocentrism, death is nothing more than a shift in consciousness, rather than an absolute end. Everything is interconnected through this universal web of consciousness. If consciousness is fundamental to the existence of the universe, then everything in the universe is connected through consciousness. We are part of a vast, interconnected web of consciousness. This interconnectedness is evident in the natural world, human societies, and the quantum realm. Biocentrism suggests that this interconnectedness is a fundamental aspect of reality. Recognizing our interconnectedness encourages compassion, empathy, and responsibility for the well-being of all living things. You are an integral part of something much greater than yourself. You are connected to every other being in the universe through the universal web of consciousness. Dr. Lanza's theory of biocentrism offers a radical shift in our understanding of the cosmos. It challenges us to reevaluate our place in the grand scheme of things, not as insignificant observers but as active participants in the universal unfolding. By placing consciousness at the heart of reality, biocentrism challenges long-held assumptions and opens up new possibilities for understanding the nature of existence. It encourages us to view ourselves not as separate from the universe but as an integral part of the fabric of reality. Thank you for joining us on this wondrous journey. Remember to keep an open mind and never be afraid to ask the big questions.
You're watching Xenofeed. If you enjoyed this video, leave your comments below and please remember to like, share and subscribe.